Hello everyone. Today I want us to look at this question. It says the following information relates to material M used by pen door manufacturers for the month of May 2016. We have been given the maximum consumption as 9100 units per day. Minimum consumption is 2100 units per day. Maximum reorder period is 4 days. Minimum reorder period is 2 days. Whereas the reorder quantity is 12,600. Then we are asked to calculate the reorder level, maximum stock level, minimum stock level, and the last one is average stock level. So for the reorder level, it is given as a maximum consumption. You multiply by the maximum reorder period. Reorder level, it is equals to maximum consumption. You multiply by the maximum reorder level. So in this case, in our question, we can be able to see that the maximum consumption is 9100 units. That is maximum consumption is equals to 9,100 units per day. Whereas the maximum reorder level, we have been given here is 4 days. So what we need to do, we take 9,100, you multiply by 4. So it gives us, my calculator is giving me 36,400. So that is the reorder level. That's how you find the reorder level. So let us now proceed to the second one, which is maximum stock level. So for maximum stock level, maximum stock level, it is given as a reorder level, you add reorder quantity, then you less, open the bracket, minimum consumption times minimum reorder level, reorder period. So maximum stock level, it is given as a reorder level, you add the reorder quantity, you less, open the bracket, minimum consumption, you multiply by the minimum reorder period. So because we have been given everything in our question, we can be able to see that the reorder level that I'm talking here, it is this one that we have been able to calculate in our first question. So reorder level in this case, it is 36,400. You add the reorder quantity. The reorder quantity we have been given in our question is 12,600 units. So you add 12,600 units. Then you less, open the bracket, minimum consumption. Minimum consumption in our question, our minimum consumption, we can be able to see that it is 2,100 or 2,100 units. So 2,100 units. Then you multiply by the minimum reorder period. Minimum reorder period here we are given as 2 days. So you multiply by 2. So this one it gives you 36,400. You add 12,600. You less this one, 2,100 times 2, it will give you 4,200 or 4,200. Once you take 36,400 plus 12,600, you less 4,200, it will give you 44,800. So this is the maximum stock level. That's how you find the maximum stock level. Let us now proceed to the third part of that question, and it says we find the minimum stock level. So minimum stock level, minimum stock level. It is given as a reorder level, you less, open the bracket, average consumption, you multiply by the average reorder period. That is the formula for finding the minimum stock level. So because here we are now dealing with the averages, we know that the reorder level, we have been able to calculate it, and we have it here. This is our reorder level, which is that 6,400. But now here we are now working on a average consumption and average reorder period. So because we have the reorder, we have the reorder level, we need not to calculate it anymore. So what you need to calculate is the average consumption and the average reorder period. So average consumption is given as a maximum consumption. You add minimum consumption, then you divide by 2. So in this case, our maximum consumption in our question, the maximum consumption, it is 9,100. So you take 9,100, you add minimum consumption, of which minimum consumption in a question, it is 2,100, then you divide by 2. So this one is going to give you 5,600 units per day. 5,600 units per day. Let us now proceed to average reorder period. Average reorder period, it is given as a maximum reorder period plus minimum reorder period, then you divide by 2. So in this case, our maximum reorder period, you can be able to see. So I hope you can be able to see that the maximum reorder period is 4 days, whereas the minimum reorder period is 2 days. So in this case, what you need to do, we take the maximum reorder period, which is 4 days. You add the minimum reorder period, which is 2 days in this case. So you add 2, then from there you divide by 2. So 4 plus 2 to give you 6, divide by 2, this one goes to be 3 days. So let us now embark to our question, and the question says we find the minimum stock level. So, and for the minimum stock level, we have been able to follow this formula that minimum stock level is given as a reorder level, of which reorder level we were able to calculate it in our Roman number 1, that is here, and then from there you less average consumption, and you have been able to find the average consumption as 5,600 units per day. You multiply by the average reorder period, and the average reorder period we have been able to find it or to get 3 days. So what you need to do, we go back to the formula. Minimum stock level, it is given as a reorder level, of which the reorder level in our question we are able to get it as 36,400. 36,400. So 36,400, you less, open the bracket, average consumption, of which our average consumption is 5,600 then you add the minimum consumption. You add the, you multiply by the minimum, you multiply by the average reorder period. So here in this case, this is 5600, you multiply by 3. So this one is 36,400, you less 5600 times 3. So my calculator is giving me 19,600 units. So that's how you find the minimum stock level. So let us now proceed to the last part of our question, and it says we calculate the average stock level. So for the average stock level, it is given as it is given by maximum stock level. You add minimum stock level, then you divide by 2. So in this case, our maximum stock level, we are able to get it as this is the maximum stock level, which is 44,800. 44,800. You add minimum stock level, and in our case, our minimum stock level, we have been able to get it as our minimum stock level, we have been able to get it as 19,600. So you add to 19,600, then from there you divide by 2. So my calculator is giving me 32,200 units. So that's how you find the average stock level. So in case of any question, feel free to drop it at the comment section, and I'll respond to you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.